despite the victories of the civil rights movement, resentment grew over the high levels of poverty, racism, and police brutality in Detroit, Michigan. After 3 days, the uprising saw more than 40 African Americans killed and over 7,000 arrested. This is an eyewitness account that Sandra A. West wrote for the Detroit News. Negroes moved into Detroit's near West Side because it was a nice neighborhood. Yesterday, they cried with fear as burning and looting raged all around them. I have lived in the area since 1954. Yesterday, I saw signs and sights I've never dreamed to be possible. I saw things I had only read about or seen on television. Raging fires burned out of control for blocks and blocks. Thick black smoke and cinders rained down, at times so heavily they blocked out the visions of homes 20 feet away. Looters drove pickup trucks loaded with everything from floor mops to new furniture. Price tags still dangled from the merchandise. There was an agony. There was an agony on the faces of those who lived close to the burning, afraid their homes would be burned too. Friends of ours in and out of the area set up telephone relay systems with us to pass on any new information. Rumors spread as fast as the flames, and it was hard to know what was true. By 5 p.m., it was necessary to close our homes to keep the smoke from saturating the house. At 6:30 p.m., the electricity went out. We could not use our electric fans and were forced to open the house again. We walked to 12th Street, where the riots began. There we watched as arsonists touched off fires at 2 establishments within a 1-block area. Burglar alarms welled out of control. Some of the families on the block between 12th and Linwood packed their belongings and prepared to leave during the night if it became necessary. We were one of those families. A man and his wife and 2 small children stumbled along the street with a suitcase and a bedsheet filled with the few belongings they could grab. Tears. Tears streamed down the mother's face. Neighbors told us they planned to sit up on their porches all night. By 9 p.m. curfew, the streets were relatively quiet, but fear remained etched on the faces of those of us who had to spend the night there. Nothing stirred on the streets at 10 p.m., except an occasional police car and jeeps and trucks loaded with National Guardsmen. But the residents of this nice neighborhood were afraid that the riots were not over. And it wasn't.